In most cases, I'm okay with the aging process. I've never had an issue with getting older. In fact, I've rather embraced it during each of my 10-year life increments. At age 10, I was emerging out of adolescence and into the double digits. I was growing up. At 20, I was no longer a teenager. I wasn't really an adult either. At 30, I finally felt as if I could be viewed as an adult. And at 40, I was in my last decade of any form of youth. I was still viewed as a young adult, though. At 50, I was officially old. My dad turned 50 when I was 4 years old, so I grew up with a dad in his 50s. He was old, and I knew when I turned 50, I'd be old too. One experiences considerable change as you enter your 50s. You hear sounds from your bones that were never there before, creaking and popping. The floor seems much further away, and if you find yourself on the floor, you'll be looking for other things to do while you're down there. You know, clean the baseboards, clean the dust from under the fridge, look for that earring your wife lost 2 years ago. You begin to feel the effects of gravity. My brother Squeaky used to say, you get the chest of drawer syndrome. Your chest has dropped down to your drawers. It hasn't gotten that bad yet, but most things have taken a trip south, except my weight. I remember my doctor telling me when I turned 50, we were going to need to do a full physical with a few new things to look at. Whatever. Examine away, Doc. I've had 3 brain tumors, both knees scoped, 5 dental implants, back surgery, mouth surgery, and a few other things. What can you possibly do that I can't handle? The year 50 exam with old Dr. Stubbyfinger, as I like to call him, had a conversation that went something like this. Okay, Mr. Fuller, if you'll just slip into this lovely backless evening gown, I'll come back in a couple of minutes so we can get started. Get started with what? Well, we need to check your prostate. I think I had that removed when I was 8 or 9, Doc. I kept having lots of ear infections. I don't think so. Just get that gown on. It won't take long. Just out of curiosity, Doc, where exactly is my prostate? It's located behind your, accessories. Well, then he turned and he got some stuff out of the cabinet and rubbed it on his gloved fingers that I just now noticed seemed to be about the size of tree stumps, and motions for me to turn around. My accessories? I don't have any. Wait, you mean... Just place your elbows on the table. Look, I don't know what a prostate is, but I'm sure mine's just fine, Doc. Hey, you didn't say you were starting. I thought we were having a discussion here. I think you found... Let's stop. What are you doing? Checking my molars? All done. I think your prostate is fine. We'll keep an eye on it. Like heck you will. You can keep your eyes and hands off my prostate. Okay, Mr. Fuller, we need to schedule your year 50 colonoscopy. I'm no brain surgeon, Doc, but colon and scope being in the same word, that's not good. You worry too much, Mr. Fuller. You'll be asleep during the procedure. Asleep? Whatever you're going to do to me requires me to be knocked out? Look, it's not so bad. We just need to take a little look-see at your colon. Doc, I remember from high school biology that the colon is about a half-mile long. Just how much of it are you going to look at? Well, the whole thing if possible. And just how are you going to see it? Simple. We run a tube with a small video camera up your, well, you know. Small video camera, huh? Now he had me thinking. Magnavox VHS camcorder? No way. So now I'm trying to visualize a small Sony Handycam maybe. I still had that thought in my mind when he said, no bigger than the tip of my finger. I'm seeing those tree stumps again, which gave me no comfort. Now, I need to give you a prescription for something that'll help to flush out your system so we can see things clearly. Like a laxative, huh? Extra strength X-Lax? I was laughing on the outside. Yeah, you could say that. Oh, and you can't eat anything solid from midnight the day before the procedure. The day before? The whole day before? Just clear liquids. We got to make sure that you're cleaned out. Trust me, you only want me to do this once. So a couple of weeks go by and I get the prescription filled. I told the young lady at the counter that there must be a mistake. The doctor was just prescribing a couple of extra strength laxative. Not whatever you have in that huge grocery sack. She said there isn't a mistake. Enjoy. I open the bag and I see like a 5-gallon container, only it's empty. Oh wait, there's a couple of little powder packets in the bag. I read the directions. Add water to full mark. Full? Wait, is this the handy family size? I can't drink that much in 2 days, and it says what? Drink all of mixture in short order. I chose the pineapple powder packet. Pineapple. What was the name of this stuff? Oh yeah. Go lightly. Pineapple, go lightly. Okay, well it can't be as bad as the prostate exam, right? Wrong. If ever a product was inappropriately named, it was Go Lightly. There wasn't anything light about it. They should have named it Go with Reckless Abandon or Go Like a Fire Hose. I thought I was going to be able to put her around the yard and just go in every once in a while. Wrong again. I didn't dare venture more than a few steps from that bathroom. Oh, and the taste? No pineapple-infused island cocktail there. It tasted more like pineapple-flavored paint thinner. But does it clean you out? Now, that's an understatement. Have you ever cleaned scallops with a shop vac? Well, I was a mere shell of my former self. I felt like a balloon had been deflated. Early the next morning, Kim and I head off to the doctor. Another backless evening gown to wear for the dance and a flurry of questions and tests. Blood pressure, oxygen levels, you name it. The anesthesiologist came in to discuss what she would do. A small pinch, insert a needle, and hook up a drip line to the bag of happy juice. You'll fall asleep and feel like you immediately wake right back up and the procedure will be over. Trust me. Trust me? Where the heck have I heard that line before? But guess what? She was right. As soon as it started, it was over. In no time I was out of the hospital and headed to the nearest fast food joint. Well, as luck would have it, they found enough in my colon for which they were concerned that it warranted me having to repeat this in 3 years rather than the 5 to 10 years for healthy folks. Oh joy. That was over 10 years ago. I've had about 3 of these fun-filled exercises since then. They get easier. Not pleasant, but easier. I'm about to turn 62. The 50s were rough. I felt my age almost daily. But that decade is behind me. I still hear the creaking and popping. The floor still further away. I squint to see and I tilt my head to hear, but the 60s bring the reality of retirement. Hopefully before I enter my 70s. I'm feeling pretty darn good. Of course, my earlier question to Dr. Stubby Fingers, what can you possibly do that I can't handle? Well, I guess I got my answer to that one, didn't I?